Welcome to our channel, where we share heartfelt, unfinished love stories that are emotional, genuine, and unforgettable. If you feel touched while listening, don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more stories that will stay with you long after they end. It's fascinating how individuals can overlook the profound influence their choices can have on the world around them. My name is Aslan, and I am a devoted soul, always seeking to shower my beloved with kindness and fulfill her every wish. It took me 2 unions to understand that holding back while pouring your heart into the one you cherish can sometimes invite disdain and disregard. I shall not allow that to unfold once more. These women, with a sense of daring, seem to believe they can weave their secrets in the shadows, convinced that as long as their partners remain unaware, all is well in their world of hidden desires. They weave a delicate dance of deception, cloaking their remorse in shadows, but fate has a way of unveiling the truth, and soon their secrets are laid bare. In a moment of vulnerability, they are overcome with regret, confessing that the last thing they desired was for their beloved to uncover the truth and experience pain. Do they truly listen to the melody of their own words? What are we to believe when they profess that revealing their deeds was never their desire? It feels as though they are confessing to a secret, a hidden affair that has now come to light, and their only regret lies in being discovered. That feels like a sharp dagger to the heart. I'm beginning to wonder if these women are lost in a world of their own, far from the realm of ordinary thoughts. Alia and I crossed paths after emerging from the shadows of our past, both seeking solace from the remnants of love that had once been. She had devoted 3 beautiful years to her love, Zafran, who ultimately chose to walk away for someone younger and seemingly more enchanting. Alia found herself adrift in a sea of sorrow, her heart shattered and her spirit dimmed, all because the man she cherished had chosen to walk away. She carried the memory of Zafran in her heart, a lingering shadow that stirred something deep within me. My name is Aslan, and I hold a tender 6 years more than the enchanting Alia. For 5 enchanting years, I was bound to a breathtakingly alluring woman whose mere presence captivated my heart and made my world dance with desire. My heart was entwined with hers, and I envisioned a lifetime of blissful moments with my beloved Nadia. Yet in the shadows of my deep affection for her, she engaged in secret liaisons that pierced my heart. It took me a year to uncover the truth of her betrayal, and the pain it brought was profound. I walked away from her, vowing that such a heart-wrenching moment would never grace my life again. In the quiet moments that followed, I came to understand that trust would weave itself into the fabric of any new romance I might embark upon. Alia and I shared an unspoken understanding of the burdens we both carried from our pasts. I stood by Alia as she embarked on her journey to embrace her true self, supporting her every step as she blossomed into the radiant beauty she was always meant to be. She poured her heart into the art of shopping for exquisite new outfits, losing herself for hours in the embrace of the beauty salon and gracefully gliding across the tennis court. With my unwavering support, she blossomed into a radiant and captivating woman, full of confidence. In return, Alia, with her understanding of my past, became the gentle light that guided me through the shadows of my insecurities. She whispered sweetly that I was her forever love, expressing the deep fortune she felt in discovering me. With each passing day, her affection for me blossomed, and she devoted herself to making every one of my dreams come true. Our life was still vibrant, and we were at least 4 times a week. We lost ourselves in tender kisses and warm embraces on the couch, our love for one another blossoming ever more beautifully. We found ourselves dreaming together about the beautiful possibility of welcoming children into our lives. We were undeniably connected, as if destined to be together. Life felt enchanting, or at least that was the illusion I held dear. Just a week after we marked the beautiful milestone of our 6th anniversary, fate decided to weave a new thread into the tapestry of my life. As I caught sight of my beloved adorned in a dress that was new to my eyes, she radiated a breathtaking beauty that seemed almost magical for an ordinary late weekday morning. To set the record straight, I wasn't clandestinely observing my beloved wife. Rather, we have a home video surveillance system that I sometimes glance at when the hours at work stretch long and tedious. In the gentle moments spent with Kamel, my beloved little Dachshund, I discover a comforting refuge, a sweet escape from the pressures of my demanding job as a bondbroker. Yet on that enchanting morning, as I beheld the live video feed, a spark of curiosity ignited within me. There she stood, the embodiment of my dreams, adorned in a captivating crimson dress that clung to her curves and elevated by strikingly high heels. Her hair cascaded like silk, and her makeup glimmered with an enchanting perfection. It had been years since I had witnessed her radiance in such a captivating way, stirring a whirlwind of emotions within me, both thrilling and unsettling. With a fluttering heart, I picked up the phone to call my beloved wife, eager to discover the plans that danced in her mind. With trembling fingers, I pressed the digits on my cell phone, longing to hear her voice once more. "Hey, darling, I find myself lost in thoughts of you, just sitting here, dreaming of our moments together. How is your day unfolding, my dear? Shall we indulge in a game of tennis today? My dearest, I find myself longing for you." Today is a blank canvas, waiting for a touch of magic. With Kara's ankle injury keeping us from the court, I've chosen to embrace a day of rest and reflection. Oh, how disheartening. Your passion for playing tennis is something I truly admire. So what delightful plans do you have in store for us then? My heart wavers in uncertainty. My heart is open to the possibilities, yet no particular plans have taken shape. Perhaps I'll wander to the gym, where the rhythm of my heart echoes with every step I take. Would you care to join me for a delightful lunch? I can come by your place and whisk you away. That's so sweet of you, my love, but today isn't the day. At this moment, a gentle heaviness lingers within me, and my appetite seems to have taken a tender pause. I'll indulge in a delightful protein shake at the gym. Tonight, our paths will intertwine once more. My heart belongs to you, darling. As we bid farewell, the words that usually flowed so effortlessly from my lips remained unspoken, and I sensed her awareness of the silence. It was a moment heavy with unexpressed affection, a departure that felt incomplete without the familiar warmth of those three little words that always lingered at the end of our conversations. She wove a web of deceit, and now I find myself yearning to uncover the truth behind her betrayal. Some matters tug at the heartstrings, evoking a bittersweet ache. Though my heart held a deep trust for Alia after all these years, I found myself quietly placing a GPS tracker in her car, a secret I seldom called upon. At first, I embraced it as a guardian of our love, a shield against the shadows. Yet, in a twist of fate, it became a tool of secrecy, drawing me into a web of doubt as I found myself watching her every move. As soon as I ended the call, I stepped out of my office, made my way to my car, and activated her tracker, my heart racing with anticipation. As she gracefully made her way downtown, I felt an irresistible pull to follow her, captivated by the promise of the journey ahead. My office was nestled near the heart of the city, and just 15 minutes later, I found myself reunited with her. As I caught sight of her graceful figure gliding into the parking garage, I chose to leave my car on the street, lingering by the entrance, heart racing in anticipation of her emergence. 5 minutes later, my enchanting wife, adorned in high heels and a flowing dress, gracefully made her way towards Fellini's, an elegant restaurant that promised a night of magic. I stood there, my heart racing, praying that I wasn't falling into the web of another's charm. As I caught sight of her graceful hand waving to a man outside the restaurant, a wave of unease washed over me, and my heart was in peril. I edged nearer, careful to remain hidden, and beheld the tender moment as he welcomed her with a soft kiss. As they shared soft whispers, he gently grasped her hand, leading her into the warm embrace of the restaurant. With a fluttering heart, I hurried across the street, my gaze drawn to the window, where secrets seemed to linger just beyond the glass. As they stood before the hostess, their arms entwined, I caught a glimpse of Alia tenderly resting her head on his shoulder, a picture of warmth and intimacy. As tears threatened to spill from my eyes, a surge of fiery passion ignited within me, pushing aside the sorrow. I gently brushed away my tears, retrieved my phone, and began capturing the world outside through the glass, each click a moment frozen in time. As I captured the moment through my lens, my heart skipped a beat when I witnessed him lean towards Alia, their lips meeting in a gentle embrace that spoke of longing and desire. I captured some photos just as she met my lips with a kiss that shared a moment of closeness. The ache in my heart and the storm in my mind led me down a shadowy path. In that fleeting moment, uncertainty enveloped me as the hostess gracefully guided them to their table. A surge of emotion coursed through me as I recognized him, Zafran, her former love, the one who had shattered her heart and left her in sorrow. She was acutely aware of my disdain for him, and I had made it unmistakably clear that she should never utter his name again. She seemed to disregard my heartfelt desires. My heart ached as I came to terms with the betrayal that unfolded before me. In a mere hour, she had woven a web of deceit, adorning herself in a way that drew the eye of her past love. The image of her kissing him with fervor lingered in my mind, a painful reminder of the day they would share, leaving me in the shadows of their reunion. The sting of disrespect and the weight of humiliation became too much to bear, and I knew in my heart that I could no longer endure it. The vow I had whispered to my heart after my last love kept me from embracing patience and enduring such disregard. It had come to an end, and all that remained was the haunting echo of sweet nothings and empty promises from my soon-to-be ex-wife. With a heart heavy with frustration, I made my way back to the office, the weight of the day lingering in the air. I settled at my desk, lost in thought, yearning to unravel the mystery of how this could have unfolded once more. After immersing myself in a sea of emotions for the next 5 hours, I made my way home, my heart already weaving the threads of my next adventure. I found myself pondering whether Alia would unveil the truth of her day, or if she would persist in her charming facade, a choice that would ultimately guide my heart's final decision. With a heavy heart, I summoned all my strength to quell the storm within me as I journeyed home, ready to face the bittersweet conclusion of my love story. As I drove into my driveway, a wave of sorrow washed over me, and tears filled my eyes as I grieved for the woman who had once held my heart with such tenderness and admiration. Alia was preparing the table for a delightful dinner, adorned in a lovely outfit, her every gesture filled with warmth and tenderness towards me. As I stepped into the kitchen, her lips met mine in a tender kiss, and she whispered sweetly about how deeply she had longed for my presence. It felt like the heart-wrenching actions of someone lost in a web of deceit. It seemed to me that she was seeking to soothe her troubled heart, pouring forth a tenderness that had been absent for far too long, as if to mend the rift between us with every gentle gesture. No matter how much I endeavored to maintain my composure, it was evident that my efforts were in vain. When she gazed into my eyes and softly inquired, "Darling, are you all right? Did something unfold?" I poured myself a generous glass of Mr. Daniels, attempting to summon a smile as I whispered, "I'm fine," hoping to ease the tension that hung in the air. Today has been a whirlwind of activity, filled with moments that swept me off my feet. Allow me a moment to prepare for our dinner, and I shall join you shortly. In the softly lit bedroom, I slipped into something more comfortable and settled onto the bed, cradling my drink as I let its warmth soothe my fluttering heart. Once I gathered my thoughts, I descended to the kitchen, where my enchanting wife awaited, her joy illuminating the room as a delightful dinner graced the table. She radiated a quiet joy, cherishing the moments shared with her beloved throughout the day. As we nestled close, I took the first step to weave our words into a tender exchange. "This dinner is absolutely enchanting, Alia, and you are radiant this evening. My heartfelt gratitude to you. My dearest, I cherish you deeply. And my heart dances as I prepare meals just for you." She responded with a smile that sparkled with delight. We lingered in a tense stillness, the air thick with unspoken words, as moments stretched between us like an eternity. As we shared a meal, I caught Alia's gaze lingering on me, her eyes filled with a gentle curiosity about the shadows that troubled my heart. Did she feel a pang of remorse in her heart? Would she at last reveal the secrets of her day to me? In just a few fleeting moments, the truth would be revealed to me. "It was a day that unfolded gently," she whispered in reply. Noticing the emotion that danced across my face and the glimmer of tears threatening to spill, she averted her gaze, her eyes falling softly to her plate. In a soft whisper, I leaned closer and asked, "So, Alia, what do you think we should do about this?" Shall we seek the guidance of wise counsel first, or would you prefer to explore the depths of our hearts together through counseling? What is it that you speak of, my love? I'm speaking of the end of a union, unmistakably. I responded, Stop pretending you don't know. What are you saying, my dear? As we stand at the crossroads of our journey together, contemplating the delicate transition from partners to friends, we find ourselves navigating the bittersweet path of separation, seeking to honor the love that once was, while embracing the new chapter ahead. I find myself lost in confusion. What has led you to seek a separation? Is it truly possible? Take a moment to let that question linger in your thoughts, and I shall respond shortly. In that moment, a wave of unease washed over her, casting a shadow on her radiant smile. Her delicate fingers danced nervously around the rim of her glass, and she averted her gaze as if the weight of our unspoken connection was too much to bear. Time lingered in a hushed stillness, each moment stretching like a delicate thread between them. Did you follow me under the moonlight tonight? In that moment, I found myself weaving a minor omission, fully aware that it held no true significance. Yet for reasons I couldn't quite grasp, I found myself wishing she remained unaware. Why do you wonder if I have followed your heart's path? Is there a secret I should know about? Her eyes sparkled with confusion, a delicate dance of emotions swirling within her, leaving her momentarily speechless. As is often the case with those who stray, they weave a web of denial, cloaked in shadows of untruths. As anticipated, she insisted that nothing was amiss and that she was bewildered by the unfolding events. Why do you speak of separation with such a heavy heart upon your face? I gazed deeply into her eyes, yearning for the truth to shine through. After a lingering hush enveloped us, I finally spoke. Allow me to unveil the thoughts that have been weighing on my heart, Alia. I unlocked my phone, revealing a tender moment captured in time, a picture of her and Zafran sharing a sweet kiss beneath the soft glow of the evening light, just outside the restaurant. That photo might be seen as a warm embrace, a gentle invitation to connect. I found myself hesitant to unveil the other pictures, waiting with bated breath for her to share more of her enchanting tales. Her heart raced as she stood there, utterly captivated, and tears shimmered in her eyes, reflecting the depth of her emotions. She started to weave a tapestry of excuses, as one might expect. My dearest, allow me to share my heart with you. It was merely a kiss of greeting, a gentle brush of lips that spoke volumes in its simplicity. Nothing else transpired. What a delightful surprise to see this photo. How did it come to be in your possession? How is dear Zafran faring these days? Allow me to share the enchanting tale behind this picture, my dear. As I stepped onto the street, leaving the warmth of the software store behind, my heart skipped a beat at the sight of you, entwined with another, making your way into a charming restaurant. I stepped onto the street, my heart racing as I drew closer to the window, where I caught a glimpse of you, nestled against him, his arm wrapped protectively around you. At first, I couldn't believe it was you. Yet, I found myself in error. It was always you. My second thought was, why does she adorn herself so alluringly? She no longer adorns herself in that way for me. In that moment, the truth washed over me like a gentle tide, revealing that you were with Zafran, and suddenly, everything fell into place. I began to capture the moment just as you leaned in and shared a tender kiss with him. And that is how this cherished moment was captured. In the next image I shared with her, she embraced him tenderly, her arms wrapped around his neck, while her delicate dress flirted with the breeze, hinting at the beauty of her silhouette. Your beauty in that dress was simply mesmerizing, and the way your hair and makeup complemented you was nothing short of enchanting. Were you off to a glamorous modeling shoot, or perhaps embarking on a new adventure in your career? Could you share the reason behind your choice of attire for him? It feels like an eternity since you adorned yourself in something so captivating just for my eyes. She hid her face behind her delicate hands, tears streaming down her cheeks as I remained captivated by her, longing for her to share the words that danced on the edge of her lips. As her silence enveloped us, I continued to speak, my words flowing like a gentle stream, hoping to bridge the distance between us. My new S22 phone possesses a breathtaking camera that captures the world with stunning zoom capabilities. Look, let me show you, I whispered. inching closer to her, my heart racing as I caught a glimpse of her arm tenderly draped around Zaffron's neck. I focused intently on her ring finger, adorned with a beautiful array of wedding rings, and gently lifted the image to meet her gaze. Are there no wedding rings to adorn our fingers today? How curious it is, for I can't recall a moment when you ever let them slip away, not in all the time we've shared together. Today felt like a day woven with magic and whispers of love. Can you understand now why this conversation about separation has come to light? Your words this morning were veiled in deception, as you left your rings behind and adorned yourself in a way that whispered of old flames. And now, once more, you weave a tale that dances around the truth of your day. You're here, weaving a tale right before my eyes, claiming you spent the day at the gym and had nothing to nourish your body for lunch. You adorned yourself in a beautiful outfit for your former love, while I dedicated my day to nurturing the dreams we once shared. Your vow to never lay eyes on him again has been shattered. Your lips brushed against another man's in a moment of playful intimacy, the world around you fading into a blur as you exchanged flirtatious glances under the watchful eyes of passers-by. You led me into a world of illusions, weaving tales that danced around the truth. Whether you found solace in his arms tonight or not, my heart whispers that it truly holds no weight. Regardless of your words, in the depths of my heart, they will forever echo as untruths. Yet your actions have unveiled a truth that pierces my heart. It seems you struggle to uphold your promises, and in the shadows you weave tales to mask the reality. You poured your heart into every detail, hoping to capture the gaze of your former beloved once more. Collaborated with him and let go of our union by slipping off your rings. Then you whispered sweet nothings, weaving a tapestry of untruths that wrapped around my heart. It appears to me that this is a compelling reason for separation, and I believe you are aware of it too. Alia felt a profound tremor within her heart. It was only in this moment that the weight of her choices began to unfold before her, revealing a tapestry of emotions she had yet to explore. The way Aslan expressed it stirred a tempest within her, awakening feelings of guilt she had never known before. Until this very moment, she had seen it as playful banter and light-hearted flirtation, nothing of great significance. Yet in that moment, as she reflected on Zaffron's presence, she felt a stirring within her heart, a realization that what had begun as mere interaction had blossomed into something deeper, something that could be perceived as a betrayal to her husband, not in body, but in the very essence of her emotions. As tears flowed down her cheeks, she came to a poignant realization. If the tables were turned, her heart would ache in the same way, echoing the depth of their shared emotions. "What have I wrought?" She whispered softly to herself, lost in a world of her own thoughts. Her heart throbbed with a deep sorrow, and a wave of nausea washed over her, a reflection of the anguish she had inflicted upon her beloved husband. She needed to reach Aslan and rekindle the love that once bound them together. "Oh, Aslan, you must believe in me." In the stillness of the moment, nothing unfolded. As we said our goodbyes after that enchanting dinner, I need you to trust me. In the stillness of the moment, nothing unfolded. It was merely a lunch, she whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks as she sought an escape from the overwhelming emotions that enveloped her. In this moment of clarity, I see the world through your eyes. And if the roles were turned, my heart would echo your feelings with the same intensity. My heart aches with regret. Would you be so kind as to find it in your heart to forgive my foolishness? It's a beautiful folly that dances in the heart. Since you shared that moment with your former love, the one you promised to steer clear of, could you help me understand why you chose to adorn yourself in that way for him, without the symbols of our union? Could you share the story behind the tender moment when you intertwined your fingers and pressed your lips against his? Can you share with me the reasons behind the untruths you spoke so close to my heart? My love, I must ask, does our union hold no significance for you? And indeed, if the tables were turned, I have no doubt your feelings would shift dramatically. My dearest Aslan, we mustn't allow our love to falter over such trivial matters. In the quiet moments where time seemed to stand still, nothing truly unfolded. He had returned to town, and with a charming smile, he invited me to share a delightful lunch together. Though I understand the weight of my choices and the shadows of your jealousy, our shared past lingers like a sweet melody in my heart. I believe that sharing just one lunch after all these years would be a simple affair, nothing more than a fleeting moment in time. I suppose I adorned myself to remind him of what he once cherished. As he walked away, a part of me yearned to confront him, to reveal the depth of his loss and the joy that now filled my heart in his absence. The memory of his departure lingered in my heart, a bittersweet ache that whispered of longing and the desire for a reckoning. Yes, I kissed him, but it lacked the magic of a true romantic moment, more like two souls intertwining, savoring the bittersweet moments of connection before gently drifting apart. You must trust me, my heart is not drawn to him at all. Darling, let us find a way to make this right. My heart is yours, and I will follow wherever you lead. Truly, that holds no significance. Your heart will be mine to command. Upon learning that there was a glimmer of hope for their love, her heart swelled with joy. A radiant smile graced her lips as she leaned in, eager to discover the steps she must take, and with a soft, heartfelt whisper she replied, "Yes, of course. I'll surrender to your every desire, my love." "Very well, Alia. I shall grant you a single opportunity, and only this one. There is but a single wish I hold dear. May I gaze upon your cell phone, my dear? What is it that stirs such curiosity within you?" Her gaze met mine, a delicate mix of curiosity and intrigue dancing in her eyes. "Well, Alia, if it holds no significance, then reveal to me your cell phone. I long to uncover the whispers exchanged between you two, to glimpse the tender words that have danced between your hearts." "No, you don't need to see that," she whispered, her eyes drifting down as if the weight of her words pulled her gaze away. She knew that if I were to uncover those messages, it would bring me heartache and unveil secrets she wished to keep shrouded in mystery. That is precisely what my heart envisioned. Shall we return to the question that first sparked our enchanting conversation? What shall we do about this, my dear? Her eyes shimmered with unshed tears as she implored for forgiveness, vowing with all her heart to never let her actions betray him again. It stirred the depths of my heart, bringing forth the bittersweet echoes of my first love. It felt as though I was trapped in a sorrowful memory, one that I never wished to experience again. This time, I would no longer allow the sweet whispers of deceit to linger in the air, nor would I let the shadows of untruths cloud my heart any longer. Hold on, my love, just hold on. Aslan, if I place this phone in your hands, will you vow to grant me another opportunity? My dearest, you must understand that my heart belongs to you alone, and I have never strayed from our love. Perhaps I found myself swept away in a whimsical online affair, and yes, it was with my former flame, but I was behaving rather naively, much like a love-struck young girl. The playful banter and sweet words wrapped around me like a warm embrace, lifting my spirits and igniting a spark within. I understand how naive that may seem. If I place the phone in your hands, can you vow to grant me another opportunity? Oh, Alia, my heart aches at the thought, but I simply cannot. But I assure you, if you don't entrust me with the phone, the bond we share will come to an end. My heart is set on reaching out to Mark Wilson, the attorney with whom I've already shared my thoughts, and asking him to craft the divorce papers this week. Shall we embark on this journey together? I long to share my heart with the same clarity and honesty that you do. My heart aches at the thought of causing pain to another, and I will go to great lengths to shield them from sorrow. Now I realize that the absence of honesty can cut deeper than any betrayal. Alas, it was the tender threads of honesty and transparency that might have woven a different fate for this union. Yet, it was only when the shadows of circumstance closed in that you finally revealed your true self, laying bare the secrets that had long lingered in silence. Your reluctance to share your messages with me until you found yourself with no other choice has forever changed the course of our story. As she sat there, tears cascading down her cheeks, she felt the weight of the revelations that laid bare her heart, revealing the shadows of her dishonesty and the fragile threads of trust that had unraveled. She understood that I would never embrace it. And in time, she came to see that her emotional betrayal can feel as deep as any with another man, was as hurtful as a physical betrayal. She promised herself that she would never again tread that path of regret. With a heavy heart, the joy that once filled our union has faded into memories. We sealed our fate with the signing of the divorce papers, and just 3 months later, our paths diverged, marking the end of our shared journey. We bid farewell to our cherished home, shared our treasures, and embraced the gentle warmth of friendship as we went our separate ways. Only the sweet embrace of understanding, free from grudges or resentment. All that lingered were the charred remnants of a love that once flourished, now shattered by betrayal, whispers of untruths, and the fragile thread of trust unraveled. I ventured into the world of dating once more, yet after experiencing the sting of heartbreak on 2 occasions, the thought of marriage felt like a distant dream slipping through my fingers. In a whirlwind of passion, Alia and Zafran found themselves held each other close, and just 2 months later, the promise of new life blossomed within Alia's heart. Zafran turned away from Alia the moment he discovered her secret, leaving her to face the storm alone, unprepared for the life that was about to unfold. The following day, Zafran disappeared, leaving Alia cradling the baby in her arms. As her sister Debbie observed, Alia had become a faint echo of the vibrant woman she once was. Her heart felt heavy, as if the light within her had dimmed once more. Alia found herself enveloped in an unending sorrow, her heart heavy with the weight of loss after a tragic fall down the long, winding staircase of her flat took away her precious dream. Her existence had transformed from a blissful dream to a tormenting nightmare, all due to her own pride and self-absorption. She found it impossible to absolve herself for shattering the blissful bond we once shared, for the love and admiration that slipped through her fingers. Devotion, faithfulness, and admiration. To break even a single vow is to risk losing everything cherished.